Ladies and gentlemen, I only wish I could join you in person, but I wanted you to know that I'm with you in virtual low-carbon spirit. And I need hardly say that I am delighted that my Rainforest project is part of this year's Cheltenham Science Festival, and that we will have the opportunity to share with you some of our thinking about how we might find an urgent, innovative solution to tropical deforestation. As you know, one of the largest contributors to climate change, and therefore one of the greatest challenges facing mankind. Everyone knows that these forests, which straddle the equator in a belt around the world, contain not only some of the richest biodiversities known and unknown to science, which is crucial to human health and survival in the future, but are also home to millions of the world's poorest people, whose livelihoods depend upon them. But perhaps less well known is the crucial role they play in cooling and cleaning the world's atmosphere and providing fresh water and rainfall. At a time when shortages of food are being experienced the world over and the global population is rising exponentially, this rainfall is more important than ever before. Amazonia's forests alone, for instance, help to store the largest body of flowing freshwater on the planet, and they release 20 billion tons of water vapor into the atmosphere every single day. At the same time, and of vital importance, these forests store carbon on a giant scale, and when they are cut down and burned, it is released into the atmosphere. The problem has become so serious that the annual CO2 emissions from burning forests are greater even than those from the global transportation sector. And the problem is getting worse, rapidly. Half of the world's rainforests have already been lost, and every year, 34 million acres, that's an area the size of England, Wales, and Scotland combined, are destroyed or degraded. Unbelievable as it might seem, we are destroying our planet's air conditioning system. But we must not blame the rainforest countries for this. Too often, it is demand from developed countries for palm oil, beef, and soya, which is the driver. The point is that all of us, the whole world, are in this together, and this is why, together, we need to deploy all possible measures to develop economic models which ensure that these irreplaceable forests are worth far more alive than dead. So this is why I have established my Rainforest project. Having spent the last 23 years trying to encourage corporate responsibility amongst the business community and helping to create partnerships between the public, private, and NGO sectors, I decided to ask 14 major international companies to spearhead the project together with a world-class group of experts from a range of disciplines to try and come up with innovative answers. We are now working with international organizations and governments from across the world, including all the key Rainforest Nations, and with the NGO community, because I'm determined that this will become the largest ever public-private NGO sector partnership. The scale of the problem demands nothing less. We simply have to find a way to show how the vital ecosystem services which the forests provide can be paid for in an imaginative and equitable way. The question at the heart of the issue, and the one above all to which my project must find an answer, is this: how do the Rainforest Nations maximize their potential for growth and their capacity to feed their own people and the world in such a way that preserves the rainforests, which are so vital a part of that growth and so vital to climate stability across the world? And moreover, how do they do this in a way that improves the welfare of the millions of people who depend on the rainforests for their livelihood? Now, someone who can help indicate some of the answers to such complex questions is here with us today. And so I am particularly pleased to introduce to you Conrad, who is a crucial member of my own Rainforest project and who represents the Coalition for Rainforest Nations. If you were watching television on that extraordinary night last December, you will know the critical role Kevin played at the UN Climate Change Conference in Bali. Almost single-handedly, it seemed, he moved the issue of deforestation to the top of the climate change agenda. He will give you a fascinating and first-hand insight into the overwhelming importance of our tropical rainforests and how we can and must play our part in finding a solution urgently.